everybody. I did not get very far playing the game in the hard difficulty like I intended to. So I'm just gonna do normal playthrough this time. Make a random character. Let's see. Gonna say that she's either new or was friends with the original character that died. Because why not? Okay, now it's time to select a pet. This isn't the, Let's see. Oh, there's different color cats. How many of these have an alternate appearance? No, not all of them do, because I saw one that only had one. Oh wow, that dog drools a lot. I mean, I guess as a dog, they kind of drool, but usually not that much. Yeah, there's just one alpaca. Panther. Yeah, that makes sense. These are just skin recolors. I should say color, not appearance. But wow, that dog is drooly. Cat just looks like a small version of the panther, really. I mean, the head looks the same. Oh well. Let's see. I do like the deer, even though there's only one appearance for it. The papillon. Oh yeah, I saw that it has different colors. Saw that too. White hawk. Yeah, I don't care about the head crab. I want an actual animal. I could take the badger out to fight all those bears with. I don't know. Rage head this time. Yeah, yes. Definitely using a rage head. And she's just sniffing around in here. I guess it must stink in here. Or maybe there's just like a weird smell. I mean, there's a giant cobweb in the corner. That's not too good for a tavern. I mean, that can't bode well for the service here. It looks like the bartender is drinking. This must be a pretty terrible establishment. Probably because they let all these animals in here. I guess all these animals must be here. Maybe this place is like a zoo and this is the character adopting a pet of some kind. Yeah, she's mad because of the smell. Yeah. Oh man, what's that smell? I gotta get out of here. Maybe this is the thing that gives her the experience to progress. I don't know. There's a couple of these animals I like. I like the owl. I like the hawk. I like the badger and the stag and the whatever this thing is. What is that supposed to be? Looks like it's wearing a mask or something. Just that texture of on the head makes it look like it's a mask. I guess it's not, it's just what it looks like. Anyway, what is an interesting thing that Liali will have? Badgers. Okay. Gonna pick a badger then. I'll use it to take out all the bears. And there's no alternate bear texture for the badger, so I can't like confuse the bears, make it think that badger is a bear. Danger? Yeah, I guess Danger is a good enough name. I mean, it seems like he would be pretty dangerous. Okay. So I've got Liali and Danger Badger. I think I'm just going to play the normal mode. I mean, I kind of know about the game already, but I'm going to be distracted by talking. Danger is his middle name? No, Danger is my middle name. He just gets one name. Which I guess means that Danger is his middle name too. Okay. So I'm playing on the normal skill this time. That way I won't have to worry as much about constantly dying and whatnot. Oh, here's that cinematic that makes no sense. I mean, it mostly makes sense. It's just that one moment that doesn't make sense. Is the sound level okay? I never know, but maybe it's probably okay. Why they all just walk up there? Did they just all randomly decide to approach this thing, or did like somebody call ahead? I'm gonna have a big opening in a moment. You should come watch. That is a weird looking helmet. It has like eye holes, but it also has like eyebrow markings. How many helmets have an eyebrow marking? And that guy just has one eye. It's got the horns on it, but yeah. All angry helmets. Yeah. And she's implied to not be dead, I think. I think that's the commander that the guy wants me to warn. I don't know why she's the person he wants me to warn, because, I mean, she's here.
Heroes may fall, hope may fade, but new heroes will.
But anyway, we'll try to figure that out. We're gonna try to meet that person, whoever it is that they keep telling me about. So we'll figure out if it's that person or not at one point. Let's see. And I think I'm gonna call these guys the Stormborn, because I can say that without stumbling over the word constantly. Yeah. Oh, the Guardians control the elements. That's good to know. So the Guardian of Water controls the element of water, I guess. So that's why I want to protect them or help them, because it's in charge of the element. I think it's a Germanic word for storm bear. Oh, yeah, maybe. I guess if the bear comes up again, then that's what it is. All these bear signifiers, and I like miss all of them. I thought they were badgers for so long.
Warn them that the alchemist destroyed Torchlight and is headed their way.
Okay.
He may be there already.
So, I guess part of the game is
This won't hurt a bit.
yeah, how badly the wounded the destroyer is. Wasn't he like fighting against demons and like Hellspawn in the last game, and he just barely managed to struggle his way to this tavern? Meanwhile, I've never done anything in my whole life, and I'm here, and I can survive just fine. Okay, that's nice. It's a smug horse. I feel lucky. I guess I'm lucky that I'm not a horse. Okay. That's a very strange thing to put that horse in. Because I don't think there's a horse in the other game and the other town that I've seen so far. There's no horse in it. It's just they decided to put a horse in there with dialogue or thought balloons or something. Like, oh, that's mighty strange horse. Okay. These enemies are dying in one hit instead of like 3 or 4. So yeah, this run will be, I won't have to worry about things as much. Does that translate to the character being tougher in universe or the universe being easier on the character? Like all the monsters are not really trying that hard to survive. Could be either one. Talk to all horses. That's the only horse in the camp that you can click on and stuff will happen. But if I see any more horses, I'll try to talk to them. If I see any animals, I'll try to talk to them. Too bad I can't talk to my helper. Can't talk to my helper. I can just feed him fish that turns him into a skeleton or something. Maybe the skeleton can talk. I mean, I don't think my character has much to say to anyone. Except mana is low. Or my health is low or something. But I think that's supposed to be an internal monologue. I don't think they're supposed to be saying it out loud. Because, you know, I don't think a magic caster would go around yelling, "Ah, my mana is low." I mean, if somebody else had like a drinkable, consumable potion, maybe they'd yell that at their teammates, but this person's just running around by themselves with their pet badger. Because, you know, you're supposed to be this character, so their internal thoughts and monologue is your internal thoughts and monologue. That's how it's supposed to be. Oh, I leveled up and I didn't. Well, I think I will put 1 into everything and make my primary stat. I guess I will, every other level I'll dump the extra point into one of those two. Oh, and let's see. I looked at these earlier. The one I want is, where is it? Oh, each critical strike heals me. I'll pick that. But yeah. What was this? Frenzy. Oh, right. All direct attacks are critical hits and I get sped up. Okay. If I fill that bar, it makes me really good for a moment. You picked the exactly wrong spot to be. I guess this guy was taking his wagon on the trail. Okay, let's get an item. 3 mana, 9 health, 9 physical armor for my pet. You know, I think I'll take the helmet. Why not? Oh, it auto-equipped it because I didn't have a helmet already. And I may as well equip those. May as well equip that because I already have it. When you know the berserker says raw, Badger replies raw. Yeah, we're pretty much the same. Me and the Badger.
State your business.
Oh,
You just get here?
I can't thank you enough for helping me. He says both state your business and thank you. That guy's very to the point. Like, he's grateful to me, but he's also like, clearly doesn't want his time being wasted by talking to me. And I don't really have anything to say to him, so I guess me running up and talking to him is kind of pointless. Not that I really talk, I just kind of like stand in front of him and
You a new recruit?
sort of bump into him.
State your business.
I just charge towards him so that he like assumes that I want his attention. Which, you know, I'd find that pretty annoying if people just charged up to me and stared at me. I'd probably say state your business too. Oh, I went up a level, but I'll fight this before I worry about that. Wow, that took 2 seconds instead of like a minute of attacks. This mode might be too easy, but I'll have fun with it anyway. I could always replay on harder mode later. I like to think that the berserker just screams in someone's face. Yeah, that's probably a good way. 2 dexterity. Okay, there we go. And because I've seen it before, let's see. Cross breath. This character had a charge at the enemy skill. Frenzy mastery. Okay. Charge at enemies. Well. Okay. There we go. Okay, now I have the basic layout of what I'm going to be using for a while. Okay, take that, Storm Bear. It's a German Storm Bear. Maybe they're all German, these bears. That's why they have like a name. Germanic is just their language. I'm not sure, but I think the people who made this game were Icelanders or something. So them like utilizing a different language might be more normal for them. It might be more obvious that that's a thing they could do. Like, it wouldn't occur to me to just make the enemies use some other different language. You know? I think that's because the only thing I'm ever really exposed to is English.
I thank you for your warning, but it has arrived too late. This
Ah, yes.
has already come and gone.
Yeah, another
Commander Vale believes
weapon.
the alchemist might attack the well
I just grab the thing I want and then he just drops whatever he was saying before. Now just walk away. He's giving me a story that I've heard 5 times before. I mean, this character hasn't heard it 5 times, but you know, this character,
At your service.
I don't even know if they understand the things that people are telling them. I mean, they could probably. Mystical. Wait. If those are storm bears, like the actual enemies are storm bears, then like why do they have gloves and like shoulder pauldrons that fit me? I don't understand that. Maybe it like makes like, is it made out of their hide maybe? If so, that's kind of like a little crazy. Because, I mean, they're an intelligent race that makes armor and wields weapons and stuff. I guess if human bodies had something useful out of them, people would do that, but I don't know, it still seems a little weird. Anyway, agile light hood. No, I don't think I'll use that. Okay, either fire armor, fire damage. I'll do that. I don't really need, probably don't need crazy armor in this run because I decided to play the easier mode. Now I talk to him. The name Berserker does roughly mean bear shirt. Berserkers are sort of bear-ish. Well, okay. It does roughly mean bear shirt. I know that Berserker comes from Ireland or something. Wasn't a Berserker a type of warrior, like the name of a warrior that was like a warrior tradition that existed in either Scotland or Ireland? But, you know, 1,000 years later, now it is a common word that means something that's not tied to that tradition. Scandinavia. Okay, well, it's somewhere there. But, you know, history's kind of messy like that. That you hear a story like that once and you just remember that it existed and you don't remember where. But I guess that does mean it. Like, maybe they equipped bear shirt furs. You know, they wore them into battle, so then they thought, oh, well, those are bear shirts. But yeah, I probably just mean bear shirt 1,000 years ago. Doesn't really mean that anymore. Anymore, it's just the etymology. Anyway, this guy, he talked to me without speaking, but I heard him anyway because I'm just that in tune with all the people around me. He wants armor schematics. Yeah, but yeah, that's why Storm Bear stuff fits me. I guess that does make sense. If I'm a Storm Bear, then all the Storm Bear armor fits me. I wonder if the later enemies in the game will like have armor that fits me. Like, I don't know what the later enemies are because I haven't been there yet. I mean, I could guess they probably reuse a lot of the creature designs from the original in this, but, you know, I don't actually know that they will. But, you know. So maybe, like, what is it? Maybe engineer really means, like, whatever the other enemies are. That would be kind of neat if like all the character classes were based off of like the enemies that exist so that there's more cohesive build across the world. Worms, big ol' worms, and yes, their armor totally fits you somehow. I'm not sure that the worms will have armor. Anyway, Miamin. What if her name was always Miamin? She has a headache, and she can't go into the crypt because the storm bears beat her in there. Actually, I don't think there's any storm bears in this crypt. I don't remember seeing any the last time I was in there. So maybe the raccoon that animates the dead that sometimes comes into these crypts. Maybe he's part of the Storm Bear faction. Okay. But, I don't know. Unidentified chest armor. Okay. Okay. Time to just break everything and attack everybody. But yeah, there aren't any storm bears in here. It's just undead. But yeah. Am I the last person to figure out that that undead are created by the raccoons that like, I mean, the person knew that the storm bears beat her to this crypt and animated all these people, but like they didn't bother explaining to me like, oh, they animate the dead directly. So like the first time when I came in here, I thought storm bears meant like a different, like it could be any number of these creatures. You know, like I guess it's an alliance. That part I did always kind of figure out, but it never really explained to me what the alliance was like, what the loose association of people were like. Guess I'll do the level up thing. Okay. More frenzy. I'm just dumping points into all the skills I remember being useful. Oh, that's nice. It breaks all the urns. Banana. Man, wish I could punch him when he's like trying to get out. That seems like a few seconds that would be helpful. Few helpful to get free punches in, but I guess they have a sense of mostly fair play. Or maybe they're just like too stupid. They don't realize that when a skeleton starts climbing out of the coffin, that means that they're probably going to get out and attack you. Actually, I don't know if that's stupid, really. Right? Because, like, this is a magical world with a bunch of magical things. Like, there are ghosts that will help me, that want to talk to me, so I guess it's not reasonable to just assume that any random undead is going to be my enemy. Oh. I wasn't expecting to have to use a potion. I guess maybe the bosses will still provide some, I don't know about challenge, but difficulty. So I like that. It just won't, you know, be overwhelming like the other, difficult playthrough. Okay. What is all down here? Oh. Almost forgot the level up. Well, since I'm doing a mostly fun run, I'll try the Frost Breath ability. Okay, it's a blast. It's not like a continuous thing. Okay, so now I can freeze enemies, I guess. I don't really know if I... Oh, right. I didn't want to target that guy because he may have been getting up to talk to me. What does that even do? That didn't seem to do much compared to the direct attack. Oh, okay, that's why. It freezes enemies in place and makes them take more damage. Inflicts a very slight amount of ice damage. Okay. That makes sense. It's just it make them more susceptible to damage. That's gonna be a boss thing that I use when fighting the... I'm gonna use that when fighting the tougher enemies. Okay. This person really hates urns. What are these urns doing in here anyway that people put like random treasure and small amounts of gold in here? Are they like sacrificial urns, or do people just really think they're gonna hide their 500 gold in 20 urns? Nobody will steal this. It's totally secure. There's a little bit in every one of my urns. Let's see. Various scribbles. I guess raccoons like playing with trash, and corpses are kind of like trash. That's why raccoons are necromancers. Yeah, that makes sense. That chain of logic totally works. I mean, you usually find raccoons in piles of garbage in human cities, so like, yeah. So yeah, I think that works. And is the frost breath mint scented? I don't know. Isn't there like 5 different types of mint that exist? I guess this would be the winter mint because it's using the blue. I mean, you know, there's really just one mint flavor, but you know, for marketing purposes, they have like a bunch of different recipes for mint. I don't know why I'm using that frost breath ability. I meant to use that one. Okay. Yeah, defeat all the enemies. Okay. There's a big old bone pile. But yeah, that is a quite useful thing to figure out.
Not enough mana. Mana is low.
Okay. It's still pretty easy, but I think maybe the later game is gonna be more of a challenge. There's a treasure area I didn't go to upstairs. Maybe I'll run back there real quick. Spearmint and peppermint are actually different plants. They are. I did not know that. Thanks, Furious Scribbles, for your better knowledge on plants than me. I guess that's more like a trivia type thing. Like, you know. I don't know. Maybe you spend all your off time reading Wikipedia or something about plants. Because sometimes I go to Wikipedia and I read stuff. Like if I want to learn about boats, or learn about like how a dock is constructed, or whatever. Sometimes I'll just go to Wikipedia and then read random articles and wind up on a page about stellar navigation. Or no, astronomical navigation. You know, figuring out where you are based on the stars.
Man is bold.
Wow. Oh, I was about to say that skeleton was smart. It was using the bow from the place of hiding, but I guess it decided to jump down with all its bow-using peers at the end there. So I take back, I was about to say that he was smart. I mean, I wouldn't blame him if he did that, but it was just unexpected. Okay. Okay, I expected that skeleton to get up. Okay. Now it's time for me to, more strength. There we go. Just putting 1 point into all the various useful skills. They're all useful, you know? So the real question is, when do you get your big giant sword? I don't know if I'll be using a big giant sword. Because, I mean, this ability, I think, requires... I guess it only requires a melee weapon in the right... Oh, wait. That would be any melee weapon, I guess. I think there's a reason why I was going to be sticking to Knuckles. I guess it doesn't matter. I guess it doesn't matter what the actual class of weapon I use is. I think I'll take the one that gives me a total of 7 instead of 6, even though it's in different things. Total of 8. Total of 10. Guess I'll do that because it's, I don't know, gives me health and mana. Use the Storm Bear gloves. Need to get rid of these so I'm not constantly looking at the same items and trying to figure out if they're better or not. Archer Skeleton wants to be cool. Yeah, because he wanted to jump down there with everybody else. Yeah, he wanted to be with his buddies. 4% attack speed. That seems like it's good. Takes 0.56 seconds. That's crazy that it tells you how long each attack takes. I mean, that is definitely better than the other game. The other game would just give you the very fast attack speed or fast attack speed or yeah. It would just give you that as an approximation and you had to figure out like what it sort of meant for yourself. Because you don't know what this stuff means. It just means like, oh, comparatively it's faster attack speed than the other stuff. Spontoon. I know that's a real name for a weapon, I think, but that still seems like it's ridiculous. Too close to Spittoon, I think. I'm gonna use that. What is that? Guess I'll get rid of that electric amulet, because I guess I'll keep the one with the armor slots. What's this? 2 vitality, 9. Guess I'll keep that because it has better physical armor. Wait. Okay, I guess I won't be using that because it requires more vitality than I have. But as soon as I have more vitality that's not from this armor that I have to take off to equip the other armor, then I guess I'll wear that other armor. I'm not gonna be using ranged weapons. Real life weapons often had silly names. Yeah. Well, I mean, once you've come up with a bunch of names for things, you're kind of stuck with only silly names from then on. Right? Because it's not like you can keep naming things a club and a mace forever. You often have to go a widgety do or something. Like, I'm gonna make this weapon called a widgety do. I mean, probably not that silly, but you know, all of the simple sounding words already exist. If you name your new weapon a I don't know, candle, then people would probably be confused about if you're going to just use an actual candle or the weapon candle. But now it's time for the boss. Okay. Well, this boss encounter is more fun than the previous time I fought him. Not that, you know, taking pot shots and running away forever can't be fun, but, you know, character feels more like powerful. Okay. A Vile Gnasher. Okay. Wonder what this raised platform is originally. Doesn't really look like it's something that should be in a crypt. Got those cages hiding from it, or cages hanging from it that looks sort of like a person could fit in there, but why would somebody be in there? I mean, it's a crazy decoration. I guess this will. There we go. Wow, that gold leaped out of the sarcophagus onto the stairs and the level above. Just flew out of there as soon as I opened it up. I guess it was stored at high pressure. Which I guess it could be because it's a stone sarcophagus, so stone is heavy. As soon as I move it, it just popped out. But still, that was unexpected to see. I mean, pretty crazy. Anyway, let's catch up. Widgety-doo is my favorite type of melee weapon, and I still totally fight people with candles. Okay. I don't know how you'd fight them with it. I guess candles are hot. Maybe the wax that is constantly dripping off of them is something you can, like, throw at people or sling on them. I'll keep the ring with the slot. I'll equip the boots with the bonus health. And I'll get rid of that ring because it only gives armor to one type of thing. Salving Stormbear chestplate. I keep almost trying to pronounce that German word. But yeah, that looks like a German word. I mean, I can't understand how it's supposed to be said, but it looks like it's supposed to be said in a very aggressive, kind of rough, guttural way. So I guess that maybe checks out that it's German. Did I get any gold in my eye? I don't think my character... I think if anything gets in her eye, she'll just not care. Her eye will just become red and inflamed and irritated and, you know, she won't care. She'll just keep staring blankly into space. Which one of these is better? Well, I can't equip either of them right now because of the vitality requirement, but I think I'd rather take the one with the 2 slots. Oh, 6% damage bonus when dual wielding, 4% chance to reflect missiles at 50%. Wow, that... If I had like 3 of these, then maybe I would put that into my armor, but I don't know. Guess I'll put it into this. I mean, I don't... What is 6% damage out of that? That's like between 1 and 2. I don't know. I guess 40 is... Yeah. That's between 1 and 2 extra damage. I guess every little bit makes a difference, but I guess on this run. Can I do a German accent? No, I cannot. I can't do accents. I'm terrible at accents. Terrible at everything that's interesting. Let's see. I cannot. Yes. Stormbearer. Well, it is definitely better than the one I've got. I don't have any armor for my pet yet. I'm gonna get the pet armor. I don't think my pet has run away since I started. But maybe I'll try an accent or something later. Let's see. I'll send the pet to town. Time for me to go on my way. Why are you just standing there? You didn't go anywhere. Do you hear a voice from the Grand Regent? Or do you just like... Are you just lying to me? Maybe she goes back... Maybe she's gonna go back there and like sell it for big bucks or something. Like pretending that it wasn't needed, but you know, so that when she sells it to become uber wealthy, I won't feel like I'm ripped off or get mad at her. I mean, this character might kill people if they get ripped off, right? So this seems like they're angry. They don't know what they're doing, and it seems like they might be easily enraged. Not just because they're a berserker, but because they're a player character. That just seems to be how it works. Oh, there's that guy hiding behind the gravestone. I saw him earlier in a different run. I just like destroying those things. It's kind of neat. Okay, the honored dead are risen from their tombs. Tranquil sensor. There isn't a yes, no, or an accept thing.
Yes.
Honored dead or alive. Well, the problem isn't that you drop the tranquil sensor. The problem is that there's a raccoon around here. But I'll find your tranquil sensor. because I'm supposed to. Oh, I have a golden key now. Did I ever use the golden key in that last map area? I think I did. Okay. I have no idea. Oh, I found the tranquil sensor. No, I don't want to go there. I'll go back to turn the quest in. And I'll go back to use the... Oh, there it is. There's the treasure chest. Wonder how many of these you can just continually stack up, just don't turn anything in. I'd store it by like map area or something. But who knows, maybe I can just run around and have 7 golden keys by the end and have a bunch of random pick-upables that don't matter. Okay. Well, that healing thing will be gone by the time I actually get to where enemies are, but I haven't needed healing yet for a while. Okay. Okay. Well, maybe once the raccoon is gone, maybe there needs to be extra care taken to dispose of the undead. That would make sense to me, if that's the case. I think I'll keep the knuckles for now. Make my pet do more damage. Okay. Poison armor with a socket. No. I'm not going to use two-handed weapons with this character because the dual weapon attacks are pretty nice for this character, I think. I have that prioritizing the thing that increases criticals, and I guess the dual attack is based on focus. The execute chance. So, you know, I'm not going to keep it for that reason. It just seems more appropriate to have this character run around with 2 weapons that make a limited amount of sense. Looks like fire's coming off of there. It's like fire claws. Show up in here? No, it doesn't. That's weird. It's that fire claw effect. Only shows up here. Oh well. I think I'll be... Regardless, I think I'll be using these knuckle-type weapons for a while. Most melee weapons do splash damage, hitting monsters in an arc in front of me. Except for these ones, because I think it says that they don't. Yeah, they do no splash damage, but ignore half of armor on regular attacks. That's right, I don't need to activate that. I used to play Diablo 2 a lot, and in that game you'd need to activate all the waypoints manually. Just go up to them and click them so that they turn on, but I guess this one you can just use it like it's not a magical device. It's just a device. It just activates when you're nearby. Which, what are the waypoints anyway? Like they're a place you can travel to, but you know, within the world, is it like a magical gateway? It's kind of what Diablo made them seem like. But in this one, it hasn't seemed like that at all so far. On the basis that you activate them just by being nearby. Yeah. Okay. That fight was a lot more fun when I'm not just constantly running away. Ice Eater. Here, have some ice then.
You have gained in fame.
I'm now barely known. That is very good. Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay. I did all that. I have 2 of these points. Let's see. More frequently strike with 2. Okay, well, yeah, this is the reason to be doing that. I need to have 2 weapons of the same type. Okay, well, I think I'll be doing that then. Yeah, that seems like it's a good ability. What's this other passive one? You kill frozen enemies. Oh, okay. That's pretty neat. Okay, so they are good at doing ice damage, the Berserker. I think a Berserker would do like fire damage, but not ice. It's kind of a weird choice. Like this one does ice, but I think this one does lightning, which lightning makes sense too for them. Or do they call it thunder? Right. Why is it called Shadow Burst? Because it says it does electric damage, but it's called Shadow Burst? I don't know. But yeah, lightning makes more sense than cold to me. I guess maybe Berserkers live in mountains, so maybe that's why it's called that. -3 to all armor per hit. Well, that's very good. +3 to physical armor for 3 seconds. That is crazy. Well, I'm just using those ones for now. Passive skills seem like they would be the best because you don't have to worry about them. That way you can focus on whatever the attacks are you want to make. Okay. I'm destroying all of you storm bears. Probably won't be able to get the raccoon though. I mean, let's face it, if somebody runs up to me or if I run up to somebody and, you know, they're animating a bunch of dead, if they turn around to give me money or like things that I like, they just give it to me, like, I probably would leave them alive even if they're doing stuff, instead of just outright killing them. So it's not like you can take them to jail in this game, or any game. Your choices are either leave them alone or kill them. doesn't really give you many options to, doesn't give you very many ways to stop villains. You know? That's like the only degree of punishment you can give in this universe. Ice damage sort of makes sense for berserkers. Traditionally, they come from cold regions. Well, yeah, I've never been to Scandinavia, but it's pretty far north, so I imagine that berserkers would be associated with the cold then. I mean, I guess it makes sense in a historical context, but, you know, I'd imagine a fantasy berserker would be more like fire, because rage is associated with fire, and berserkers seem like the lore that's built up around them over the tradition of hundreds of years of stories are more that they're like so angry they're crazy, or so crazy they're angry, and that fuels their ability to be competent at war. Plus, if they have the power to summon fire, that would keep them more alive in cold environments. So, if anything, they should be associated with fire, and then people that are like desert warriors should be associated with cold, because it'll keep them alive. Like, if you lived in a cold place, like, wouldn't you rather have fire powers than cold powers? That way you'd be able to warm yourself up. I think that's what I'd prefer. I mean, it wouldn't fit the theme of everything, but it would certainly be more useful. I mean, I guess this character isn't in their native homeland, though. Their cold place. Hey, a bridge. Oh, I forgot to buy dynamite. I'd learn to fish, but honestly, I don't think this character is somebody that would fish. So I'll just have my pet go buy some dynamite for me and look through my inventory while they're off doing that. And I guess I'll use those even though I have a bunch of empty slots that I can't do anything with. So I won't have different armor based on the idea that they have more slots. Yeah. Let's see. Light jacket, ringed boots. Okay, well, I don't really know if I need ice or fire armor. I might just wait for those for now. Okay. I know I don't want any of that stuff now. And now I can do fishing. By chucking dynamite in here. And I also found a stub for my for my pet. There we go. What does that do? 4 damage, 4 armor? Okay. That works. Wait, what level am I now? What's my vitality? 11 plus 4. I think I can... Nope. I can't equip that yet. 14. Oh, okay. That's right. It reduces it by 2, and then I won't have enough then at that point. Okay. The star is where I need to go in order to protect the Guardian. So I'm gonna stay away from the star, because my character doesn't care about the Guardian of Water. I don't think water needs to be guarded. I mean, I don't even know what the bad thing would happen if the Guardian of Water was taken out of commission, like controlling the elements. There'd be nobody around to control water, or maybe it's like a... Is it a title that's inherited? Like, if it's a title that's inherited, like whoever's around him when he dies, is the point that, like, if the alchemist is around the Guardian when they die, does he become the new Guardian? I guess that would make sense, like why you would want to make sure he's protected from, you know, a guy going around killing everybody. I mean, that kind of seems like it might make sense, but then what's the Guardian of Water doing in the Wellspring Temple? I guess the Wellspring Temple maybe is a religious site and not like a tomb or whatever. But I don't really know. Okay, how does the pet interact with the merchant? Yeah. I don't know how the pet does it. I think they just show up in town with stuff and then the person takes it, and I don't know. I always figure that the pet just shows up somewhere, dumps all the items on the ground, and then somebody picks it up and, you know, exchanges it for gold. But, I don't know, that's just kind of a thing that I almost accepted in the previous one. Like, I didn't think about it too much. Because that was one of the main benefits of your pet, is that you could keep running around while... the pet is off doing things. That way you don't need to worry about that. Of course, in this game, your pet has a shopping list, so that's new? Like, the original game, your pet didn't pick stuff up for you, it just sold stuff. So you'd have to still go in and get stuff. But maybe wherever your pet goes, the merchant, like, puts out a shopping list on the ground for him. Like, he just sets out a bunch of items on the ground and lets the pet do whatever. You know, take whatever he wants, and they must just organize the shopping experience for the pet, so the pet can just go around and do that. Of course, I don't know why you would include dynamite in that list. Like, here you go, Fluffy. Here's some dynamite. You want to buy some dynamite? Oh, you're stocking up on dynamite. Yeah, this isn't a bad sign, Badger. You look exactly like a storm bear, but, you know, you can't be one of them. You're buying the dynamite, and that's not a bad thing, is it? No, of course not. That would be ridiculous if it was bad. I will fully accept this and not think about it further. Just making sure this area is cleared out. Oh, I have experience. Another level. It feels like the game goes a lot faster when I don't have to run away from every encounter. Yeah, I'd be suspicious of a badger buying dynamite. Yeah, well, you know, you don't live in this world. I guess that's normal in this world. Badger just runs up to you and wants to buy dynamite. Let's see, what's this? 57 damage per second, 2 critical hit chance. I guess I'll take that. Guess I don't think I should be thinking about the choices in armor that much. It's not like I'm gonna make some critically important mistake that completely ruins my run. I mean, I have had a couple of boss encounters where I almost died, but okay, this guy again. He wants the Rosa Mortis. Yeah, see, he doesn't even say why he wants it or what it's useful for or why it's important. And he's showing me some items in his coat that he has for sale. But he's not offering to sell me the items. He just wants me to know that I have them. Or that he has them. There he goes again. Let's see. Is that a yo-yo? A spatula? Okay, I don't think that guy makes any sense at all. But I'll do what he asked. Not because of him, but because it would be useful to me. When you kill frozen enemies... Let's see. Movement speed reduced. I didn't even look at these earlier. Oh, this is like that other thing, but... I wonder if the frost breath and the howl thing can stack. It slows them down. And it's everyone around me in a circle, I guess. That seems like it'd be useful. Electricity. It seems like it's interesting too. Let's see, Wolf Shade. Once every minute. And it lasts for 15 seconds. And it heals me. 5% health stolen to master. You know what? I'm gonna pick that one. I just want to see what most of these skills do. That's the smart thing about this, system where the skills, when they level up, don't do much for you, but you get to pick all of the skills, that way you do all of them. You know, you don't have to worry about wasting a skill point really, because just pumping up the ability of a skill is a waste, so you may as well just grab new skills when you can. That always seems like a better design to me. Like, have the skills not do much. That way you only have to worry about it if you need to do a hyper developed, careful build. That way, you know, ultra hard mode is the only one you need to worry about where each individual points go for, but like the regular mode and maybe just the hard mode, you don't worry about that kind of thing too much. Okay. I know that raccoon's in here somewhere. Or at least That's where he was the last time I found him. I think he's probably in here. I don't think I ever survived past seeing him the one... I didn't survive long enough in my other attempts. So I only saw him the one time. But this is where he was in my other attempt. With Piali. Maybe. But, you know. The raccoon will definitely be useful to me. I'll just have to figure out what my best pieces of armor actually are. Just put the bonuses on. Or maybe it doesn't matter really, because it's not like this is super challenging the way it is. It felt good to get the armor bonuses with the other character because it was more like I could die at any moment, so I really needed them a lot more badly. You know, like, oh no, a skeleton, I have to run. But now this character can like charge right into battle and fight a boss. Well, there's a bunch of enemies flying around all over the place, running to and fro. Okay, so I've got 3 different spots to explore. But first, I'll level up. Okay, let's see. 26, 25. So the dexterity gets the double bonus. What skill? How much mana do I have? 96? That's not too bad, I guess, for using these abilities. I understand what this does a lot more than what these other things do, so I'm gonna pick that one last. I might not pick it, actually. Just because I already have like I already have the frost breath thing, which increases damage taken. That seems to be the primary benefit of it. It like immobilizes targets. It seems like they kind of do a similar thing. Of course, yeah, this increases the range if I level it up. But yeah, that increases the range if I level it up, but like this increases it a lot more. I don't know, maybe I'll put points into it later, but I shouldn't worry about that for right now. I should have equipped whatever it was. Okay. Oh, it has a cooldown. Guess I won't worry about it for now. Okay. Okay. Oh wait, it... Oh, okay, it charges my weapon. That's why it has a cooldown. It lasts for a certain amount of time. I have electric fists now. Okay, I guess that makes a lot more sense. I don't know how long it lasts though, because the cooldown ended, but I can still use it? Okay, so this is just okay, it ended now. Okay, so this is an ability that I can just use occasionally. I guess I'll just, instead of binding it to a weapon, I'll just or binding it to my mouse click. I'll just put it on my bar and use it when I'm about to have an encounter. Okay. Ah. Freshly enchant my thing. Okay. Sometimes it feels like I'm moving too fast to understand where I'm going or what I'm doing. I guess that's kind of normal for games like this. I'm not sure, but I know in Diablo you could choose to walk if you wanted. But you can't choose to walk in this one. Can't remember if you could walk in the original Torchlight, but maybe. Hey, there's water under here. Why is there water there? It's like a pool that I can't access. And it looks like it's clear blue water. I mean, it's not clear, but I'd expect it to be murky from all the dust and all the grit that exists down here. But it's not murky. It's very high quality. That must not be like stone grating, or that must not be metal grating. I don't really hear. Well, I guess I don't really hear my character's footsteps anyway, but I was gonna say I don't hear metal grating walking sounds out of there. But I guess that's kind of normal and to be expected, because nothing you do produces that. So it's not all that unusual. Oh man. Okay. 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 Yeah, this one's just a hole. Maybe that grating is like... there's like pits here. Maybe they're like storage tanks. The ones that exist. Some of them have water in them, some of them have skeletons or are empty. I don't know what this is supposed to accomplish. I guess maybe that's like an individual crypt that has a ghost trapped. Maybe. I don't know, it just looks like something's in there. Looks like whatever it is, it's both a mist or an ooze, but it's also easily contained with iron bars. And head this way, see what's here. Okay. 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 There's more water here. There always been water in these things? Or did I just like... Is that just new? Because it feels like It's something I would have noticed. There was water in them. But I guess it wasn't. I think I was just way too focused on running away from all the enemies to notice my surroundings before. Yes, something spooky is in that container. I mean, everything here is spooky. I mean, there's some skeletons that the raccoon didn't get to. I guess these ghosts that I am punching didn't, I guess they live in the water. Or maybe that's supposed to be like a spirit gate or something. I think it's water though. I think it's almost certainly water. It looks like water. I'm just gonna say it's water, and ghosts live in water when they're not ghosting it up. But yeah, that makes sense to me. Okay. Oh, time for me to run back. That was good. I doubled back there to see what was there. Felt like that room was pretty big too. I was starting to wonder if that was the actual way forward or not. Okay. I don't think I've seen any other high pressure sarcophaguses. They were trying to punch off the edge there. That must have just been a show of intimidation. Like, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna punch you as soon as I get down there. And it's gonna look like this. Gonna go up there, punch that urn. That urn won't know what hit it. Gilmog. Gonna get you, Gilmog. Creates vile ashes from corpses. Oh, I should have used the fire thing to slow it, or the ice breath to slow it down. Well, it'll be time to fight Mordrox. And win this time. Because I'm a lot more survivable now than the previous time. Just want to make sure I have everything here. Looks like I do. It's ghost juice. The water is ghost juice? Well, I guess that makes sense, because, I mean, life has been around for millions of years, and probably every drop of water on the planet was once a part of a living thing, right? So, water being ghost juice, I mean, that makes sense to me. Unless you mean like it's specifically only a juice that comes from a ghost directly. In which case, you know, well, who knows? It's a fantasy world. Maybe there was no water before ghosts showed up. That's where water comes from. Instead of comets, it comes from ghosts. Something was alive, and it was really thirsty its whole life because it didn't have anything to drink. And then eventually it died. Yeah, you get water by juicing ghosts? Exactly. Something was alive, it was really thirsty because it didn't have anything to drink, and then when it died, it turned into a ghost and there was water. And then when the next living thing came along, it had some water to drink, so it wasn't quite as thirsty. And the cycle continued until eventually there's big sloshing pools of it in the oceans and whatnot. That makes sense. I don't know if oceans exist in this universe. They might not. But if they do, that just means that it's been around long enough that there's been enough ghosts that were juiced to turn into that. Anyway, let's see. Summoning duration. The summon duration can increase to a minute. Okay, so I guess the shadow skills are things that improve my life in general. Okay, well, I don't know if I need the shred armor skill. Definitely if I was playing the hardest mode, I would definitely be pumping that up. And let's see. Lightning can chain as base melee weapon attacks to trigger. Oh, okay, so it's 40% of weapon damage. Now, is that like 40% of my normal damage is turned into electric damage, or is that 40% on top of it? I don't know what that is. I won't worry about it too much, though. Each critical strike heals more. I'm gonna improve my ability to strike with both hands. That way, what? My execute chance is 16.6%. That seems pretty nice. Okay. Wonder if I see this forest later. Bunch of creepy trees are sort of screaming at me. Take these candles away! We don't know why they're out here. That'd be a nice place to see. As opposed to the same 3 areas of the game I've seen so far. I guess there was that pirate cave area. Oh man. Hey, I got an achievement. Gooey Souls. It's probably from stepping on these bugs that exist. That's probably what the achievement is, if I had to guess. Because this place had a lot of these bugs. And that seems kind of silly, but you know, it's a thing to track to give me stuff. Okay, and now I'm at the hard boss room. This feels like it didn't take me that long to get here. Whereas before it'd take like 2 hours to get this far. I'm using the bear gloves. Well, those other bear gloves, because they're both bear gloves. But it is correct that it is superior. I'm not gonna worry about swapping out my type of weapon unless I can swap out both of them at once. Get rid of that. Healthy cap, no. No. Let's see. Flint Axe of Draining. That seems pretty nice. Maybe I'll keep an axe around just in case I get another axe that's maybe worthwhile. That is better than either of my current weapons, maybe. It's hard to know. It's hard to know just by looking at the description, because most things in it has more armor, so I'll use it.
Is overburdened.
And get out of here, pet. Teleport back to town and go sell off the stuff. Anyway. Don't want that. That has 6 physical armor, but the other one gives me dexterity. 9 electric armor. I guess I'll keep the ones with the sockets. That one has 2 plus a socket. Oh wow, I didn't even notice. I must have just picked that up and equipped it right away, because I did not notice that I have the 7% increase in magic finding luck. All the other items I've seen have magic finding luck increase is 1%, so 7 feels like it's ridiculously much better. Actually, I don't even know why I'm keeping all these extra rings. I think I was keeping them in the other game in case I came across an electric enemy I could, like, equip all my electric resistance gear. It doesn't feel like there's much of a point for this character to be doing that. So I guess I won't do that. What's this? Plus 8 focus. I think I want to keep that. Plus 2 dexterity. I'd take a hit to my physical armor being slightly lower, but I think I'll take it for just 10 in various attributes. Anyway. I'm gonna keep those 2 items, get rid of those. Storm Bear Belt of Invigoration. Okay, that seems like it's very good. Even though, yeah. Can't equip it now, but it's definitely way better than my current one. Brass Knuckles. No enchantment, no extra slots or anything. Okay. Blinding Short Cannon. I kind of want to see what the augmented thing does, but I guess I won't worry about that for now. I'll probably find augmented knuckles or something sometime later. Anyway, skeleton on the throne with a bucket on his head. I want there to be a king with a bucket on his head. That's like their crown. Maybe they're ugly or they're blind or something, so they have a golden bucket on their head. Well, anyway, it's a decoy that I will hit now. Time to use that. Didn't these come out quicker? Could have sworn they come out quicker, but like there were also ones that came out from above. But I haven't seen them. Oh well. Ah. Loves his stuffy. That's his attribute, that he loves his stuffy. Did I just kill like a child or something? Because it says he loves his stuffy. I got a achievement for defeating him. So there's that. But the thing said it loves his stuffy, so Like, that does not seem like a... does not seem like an adult name for things. It seems more like it's a childlike thing. Why did I come in here anyway? Oh, I was looking for the... whatever it was. Did I pick it up? Guess I must have automatically picked up the Rosa Mortis, because it says there's a check mark next to it. Did he have the Rosa Mortis? Was that what the stuffy was? Because it didn't give me I don't think it gave me a message about picking up the Rosa Mortis. I don't see it in the list here. Before it would like, you'd drop an item in the original game that you'd pick up. So it like was in your inventory and you could see it. But they're not doing that in this game. They're making it to the extent that you actually do pick up something. They put the thing that you pick up in the quest area so you can see it. But maybe they only did that for the first few quests and then they got bored and decided not to do it anymore. Okay. Rawhide Boots of Vengeance. Okay, well, I'll be using those when I can. Unless I find something else that's better. $60 damage per second. 65 damage per second. I think I'm gonna use these. Keep those knuckles for now. Yeah, I think I'll do that. It seems to go along with my character's theme more than those knuckles did. Theme as in improve my critical chance and do more critical damage. %10 bonus to critical damage. That must not be calculated in this thing. I think my critical damage bonus was... I think it was somewhere around that to start with. I mean, I guess I could remove this. Okay, yeah. Let's see, does it update that thing for it? Okay, it does update that. Crit chance. Just doesn't show that with the 10% bonus figured in. I'm fine with that though. I don't need to know that information. Okay. Soon I'll be able to see a new area. I'll be able to enter the Temple of Water and see, or Wellspring Temple. See if the Guardian is alive. Well, at least he's gonna give me some gold and stuff. Heal people that are critically injured. None of these really seem that great to me. I guess I'll upgrade the pet armor. That seems like it's the best option. Because neither of those pet armors or neither of those pet things are very good. Actually, I don't know how good pet armor is. I don't even remember if the previous game had pet armor stuff. Guess I could have picked the axe and then waited to level up, but I won't worry about that now. Okay. Well, there's back to killing storm bears. Oh, this must have been their camp. There's a wagon there. Trigger all these bear traps. Boy, they just had a bunch of them in a line. What kind of bear trap triggers a quarter second after it's triggered anyway? I thought the point was with them was that they trigger the instant you step on them. But these allow you to step on them and then run past. I guess maybe they're not very good at building bear traps. Or they don't know how to build them. They have the general look of them, but they don't know how to actually build them. Okay. Hello, Zakir Waib Chen. Hey, hi. Hey. I've only played Torchlight 2 recently, myself. But yeah, that's good that you started a Berserker recently as well. What mode did you pick? Like difficulty? Because I tried the Elite hardest. I think it's called Elite. I tried the hardest skill recently and I figured out that that's way too hard to do. But yeah. I'm mostly familiar with the first Torchlight. Oh, I'm just exploding all the enemies. Crazy that this person can punch so hard that enemies just explode into red mist. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm playing on the normal difficulty too. I assumed that it would be more interesting to play it on the harder setting, but after I restarted the first one, after I needed to restart the characters once I got them killed by level 5, I decided to go with something easier so I can actually see the later areas of the game. But yeah, the first Torchlight is very good. I always had a lot of fun with it, even if it was maybe not the most diverse gameplay experience. You know, last time I fished, I didn't even look at what I got. I guess I'll do it after I talk to the ghost and go into the cave. Or before I go into the cave, maybe I'll give my badger a fish. But yeah. Okay, I had a theory that like all the ghosts need a physical object to attach themselves to in order to survive. Like the ghosts with the locks needed to have the locks exist so that you fight them by destroying the lock. But like this guy doesn't have a physical object that he's tied to, it seems, unless the lamp was it. But either way, you know, I can't fight this guy, so that either means that, you know, I like this spirit. I mean, he's not hostile to me too, so there's that, but maybe I just don't see any way to attack him because there's no physical object to attack. But anyway, he wants to get okay, he just wants to kill his former companion. Or former companions, I guess. He was drowned by all of them, huh? Did they all, like, throw him in the water? chain him up and tie him down. Oh, I said I'd give my pet a fish. Vampiric spider egg. How did I get that from fishing? That seems pretty weird. Tunnel shark. Yeah, these other things make more sense to me, but like vampiric spider egg. Attack, steal life to heal me. Okay. Oh, that doesn't turn my pet into anything crazy, it just makes it faster. A war beast, a jackal beast, a spider. Okay. I'll just turn him into a spider for a while. You know, if I ate food and then transformed into something else suddenly, especially if I had a completely different limb arrangement, I probably wouldn't know how to move. So my badger is very good at that. Although I guess if he's been around for a while, then maybe he's eaten seafood before, and so that's not too much of a problem for him. I don't know why I wasn't using this healing attack earlier. Yeah, be a spider. Yeah. I don't know if I'd want to be a spider. But you know, I'm fine with turning my badger into a giant spider that skitters around and attacks all my enemies.
Not enough mana.
Like, I mean, if I fed my cat
Not enough mana.
fish and then it turned into a spider, it could probably at least be effective at killing other spiders. So that way I wouldn't have to worry about it.
Mana is low.
Sparza. That's a terrible name for a skeleton. Well, that was Sparza. It wasn't very intense. Okay. Ooh, I leveled up.
Inexperience.
I'll finish killing these guys. Okay. There we go. And it wasted the berserk, but it doesn't matter. Okay. Tell us about your cat. I don't have a cat. But yes, the Shadow Burst skill is super useful. Zocker Weebchen. When I played on the hardcore setting, I think that skill alone was the only reason why I was really alive at all for any length of time. And I was very happy to find it because a lot of the other characters I tried didn't really have a way to heal themselves, and this character is all about like healing themselves. So I always thought that was kind of nice. Let's see. What was I don't know if I care about doing that. Each critical strike improves my maximum health. Or heals me. Frenzy Mastery. I don't know what I want. Guess I'll put it in the Executioner. I don't know if that's the best thing to put it in, but either I do it or... How come my Berserk charge didn't go away? Oh, maybe I need to actually attack an enemy when I enter Berserk mode. Otherwise it doesn't trigger. That makes sense, I guess. Doesn't actually activate until I begin to use it. Unexpected, though, because I think I've always been in the midst of battle when I've had enough charge before, so I had never actually stored it that long before. Yeah. Yeah, actually, the engineer's heal bot also seemed pretty good, but this seems more like a... I don't know. When I was playing the engineer for the first time, I didn't last long at all, but because I was playing on the hardest setting. But when I played him, I was contemplating that his build seemed a lot more tanky than the other builds. Like, he was more designed with the aspect of the game being meant to be somewhat multiplayer because of his armor buffs and shield skills and the healing bot. It seemed more like he was kind of like a draw the enemy attention kind of character and see what you can distract everybody while probably the Berserker does tons of critical hits and does the most damage, and the other characters, I don't know what they contribute. But I think this Berserker is the heavy damage dealer out of the group. And their healing is meant to be more of a survival thing. So yeah, this character seems like it probably is the most immediate fun. I guess I can't pick up stuff more. Get rid of that. Okay. I guess I'll take the one that gives me more strength. I don't care about cannons, because this is a physical character. Pick up all those. Skillful spear. Oh, I'm not using two-handed weapons. I'll go have him sell stuff. Okay, let's see. Ghastly boots. I don't think I care about those right now. I don't care about that either. Let's see. 100 health. That's seems pretty significant. Yeah, I'll definitely take this. I guess I'll reduce my vitality bonus to take it, but I think I want to keep the luck thing. Berserkers. Yeah, I think the Berserker is probably more fun, because you could just run up right to the enemies and just smash them in the face, you know? That's more of a... It's running around and just into the thick of combat seems like it's more fun than constantly running away, you know? Like with the, what is it, with the Outlander. Well, I played hardcore mode with the hardest setting when I played the Outlander, but that was the character I survived the best with, and it's because they're more about staying at range. So running away was the correct thing to be doing with them. But when I was playing the Berserker and running away from every encounter, that's like, you know, trying to fight 1 to 2 enemies at a time, never get surrounded. Like, that's not fun. But yeah, the game seems more like you want to run and charge into every battle and be a crazy maniac. Now my pet's back, I can load it up with more stuff I don't want. I'm keeping that one for now. I guess I'll keep that one for now. I don't know what type of weapon I want to be using. I was using the iron knuckles before, or the claws before, but that's because I started with them. But I want to keep the same type of weapon. But I don't really know what is the best weapon. That one. Wait. 6 physical armor. I guess I'll keep the one that gives me strength. I think that's the one that I de-equipped. Skull of Skeleton. I won't worry about those for now. Cestus? I guess it's not enchanted or anything. Wait a minute. I just realized I was in that place that had the raccoon earlier, and I didn't see the raccoon when I was there this last time. I got distracted. Okay, now when I played the Outlander, I saw that there was a raccoon in one of these crypts, and the raccoon gave me enchantments. Does the raccoon always appear, or do they not always appear? I mean, I guess they don't always appear because, wow, I don't... Have I been getting rid of boots and all this time I've not had boots on? How do I not have boots on? Because every time you pick up an item, doesn't the character automatically equip it if you don't have one already? They do. So how did I pick up all these boots without just equipping them? Because it's not like... I mean, maybe you don't put on boots automatically if they're magic boots, but... these aren't magic. Did I pick these up when I was... I couldn't have picked them up when I was level 8 or didn't have the strength to wear them. What? Do they not, like... Did I, like, pick them up in the middle of combat or something, and the character doesn't stop to put on shoes if they're fighting currently? Maybe. I mean, that must happen, because I had them in my inventory, but they weren't wearing them. I didn't even think to put this on, because I just assumed that whatever boots I must have been wearing would have been better. But I guess that's not true. 30 damage reflected. Okay, let's see. Okay, maybe I was thinking of these boots? Because I wanted to keep those boots until I could wear them. Oh well, I won't worry about it too much. Pistol. Cloth shoes. These seem like they'd be more comfortable than the boots. This has a lot more armor. I really don't know if I want to use these specs. Okay. Oh wow, I have no poison armor anymore. Oh well. 3%. I don't know, that seems like a unique thing. That seems like a unique thing, so I won't worry about putting those in whatever. Let's see, I'm gonna replace gloves when I level up again. I'm gonna replace boots when I level up twice. So I guess I won't put this. Well, I don't think I'll use those specs. Let's see what this guy says. Oh, that's right. I beat this quest before. He's just gonna stay a wandering He's just gonna stay a wandering ghost for a while. Oh, maybe that's because he doesn't have a physical object that he's tied to. It's like, well, I'd kill myself, but since I'm not tied to any physical object, I can't do that. Okay, I think I'm gonna do that and then start using claws again. Increase critical hit chance. Now, are these look different, but they both say they're claws. So I think that should count for my execute chance skill. 2 weapons of the same type, yeah. That must do it. But hey, I have another skill. What do I want to use it with? I really don't know what I want to do. Hello, I'm doing well. The mysterious abyss. This is mostly my first time playing this game. I don't really I played the original Torchlight a bunch, but I never ended up getting the later ones. I like the fact that I can understand what my stats do. Because a lot of games, they don't tell you what they do mechanically, so you kind of just have to guess what sounds like they might be good. But I always like that about this game. I always like that about the original. I don't really know what... I think I'll have my critical strikes heal me more. Okay. But yeah, let's see. I've run around everywhere here. Oh. A couple of, storm bears. But yeah. What? How come all these guys are here? Thought I was here before. That's that guy that has the spotlight on him. Okay. Okay, there we go. I guess I never went to that particular edge of land. Time to get these storm bears killed again. And for the most part, yeah. I've only ever played the first 2, but you know, I don't want to like skip straight to the 3rd or anything without, you know, knowing that whatever the story of this one will be. Plus, I figure if I play the 3rd one, the mechanics might be more polished, so I might not enjoy the 2nd one as a game by itself. Like if you skip immediately from the 1st game in a series to like the 7th game, you're probably gonna not be able to enjoy 2 through 6, right? That probably doesn't apply to this game series as much, but I want to avoid any feeling like that. Yeah, dynamite fish while I'm being attacked by enemies. That's a great idea. But more than that, I have a laptop machine that is kind of old and not really a gaming machine. So I honestly don't know if I honestly don't know if Torchlight 3 would run well on this machine. But I guess maybe if I like this game enough and want to move on to that one, then maybe I'll give it a try. But for now, I'm just gonna run around in this game because it's a good mindless ramble game. I'm pretty sure that I mean, it's fun to like look at the lore and stuff in the games, So playing them in a chain like that sort of makes sense, but also I think when they make the lore of these games, they don't try to like follow earlier lore too much. I mean, the first lore was there's a mountain and there's a bad guy in it, and then you find out that the bad guy's corrupting all the ore, the magic ore, to make the magic ore evil. And I guess that's why the magic user of the previous game became evil or started attacking people in this one. I mean, it's kind of loosely implied that that's what's going on so far, but you know, I haven't seen what the story is up to the Wellspring Temple because I kept dying before I could get further than that in my earlier hardcore runs. But anyway, I mean, the story of this one so far is a guy came out of a mine and attacked some people. And I'm running around trying to warn everybody. Shrine of Skill Mastery. Oh wow. Well, +2 to all skills is... it's something. Mostly the cost reduction seems like it's the most useful thing out of that shrine. But yeah, the lore of this world, as far as I can figure, these storm bears, which I guess is what that weird word that these guys are, they are in this area and they're annoying to everybody. And they have rat friends, and they have at least one raccoon friend, and the raccoon will animate dead people in crypts when they find them. And they're just an alliance of creatures that exist in this area that are trying to stop me from traveling places. And what I'm trying to do, as far as I can figure, is just warn the Guardian of Water that that the alchemist is gone nuts. And I'm getting a spam call. That's great. I forgot to turn off my phone. Oh well. I don't know if the spam call is detectable or if it's hearable. But yay, spam. Okay. Fighting all these storm bears. I'm gonna go through the phase portal. The phase creatures are confusing because, like, they only exist to be killed, but once you kill them, they send you to an alternate dimension that has treasure in it. Like, what is that thing actually within the context of this world? Is it like a wizard's pet, maybe? And this is like the pocket dimension that the wizard made in order to keep all his loot. I mean, if that's what's going on, that would kind of make sense, but how come you find it out in the wilderness? Did it just get lost, or it ran away from home? And if it's a wizard's pet, why is it, like, hostile to you? What? Am I supposed to go through that portal at the end of this path? Oh, maybe it teleports me into the center ring and I have to fight once I'm there. Okay, that's probably what it is. It's the portal that... Okay. Okay, well, time to do that. Vanquish your foes with haste. So it wants me to kill them quickly. Oh, okay. I see that there's 3 pillars that summon creatures. I don't know, do I actually have to kill them quickly? I have no idea. Like, maybe, but... But yeah, this phase creature, you kill it, and then a portal appears where it died to send you here. Like, that seems very, I don't know. I don't know what type of explanation exists in this world for that thing. You know, it has to be something artificial. But, like, who would make it and why? I mean, it called this a phase beast challenge. Maybe phase beasts are created by the gods of the world, and they exist to annoy, or I guess not annoy, but like reward people for their. That must be what it is.
Package full.
Phase. Oh, I have a bunch of stuff now. I guess I gotta clear all this. Lump hammer. Well, that's definitely an inelegant sounding hammer. Get rid of that. I guess I'm gonna be using claws again. So much easier when I like throw out broad categories of items. Like when I don't worry about two-handed weapons, I don't worry about hammers. Certainly feels a lot less worrying, like I'm gonna make the wrong decision.
Your pet's inventory is
Oh, now my pet's inventory is full. Okay. Annoy, reward, same thing. Well, I mean, it's like the raccoon earlier that I figured out that after finding him in the crypt, he must have animated all of them. And then, like, if I see the raccoon again and he gives me, you know, a bunch of enchantments, like, I'm not going to necessarily want to kill him. Even if, you know, I know that the raccoon's just going to animate more dead once he leaves. But, you know, it's because they're the only reason why I have any kind of strength or power in this world is because I fought a bunch of undead that the raccoon made. So the raccoon is like not technically an ally, and he only provides the boons to distract me from the fact that he did something that created a bunch of monsters. But like, he's more of like a training partner in some ways. Not really an enemy directly. At least that kind of makes sense, but like the phase beast must be the same sort of thing, but I don't know. Sent by a god, because presumably you could have a god watching you and you wouldn't know. Because gods can just be invisible and they can just watch what's going on in the mortal realm without needing to actually be there. So if a god sent the phase beast to go encounter me, and then it makes sense that it would open up into another world when I defeat it, and there'd be a specifically tailored setup challenges to engage in. It's like, that makes sense to me. I mean, it's a bit weird, but, you know, maybe the gods that are watching, like, that's the very limited set of powers that they have in the world. They can't actually stop the alchemist, because the only thing they could do is, like, say, hey, take a phase beast. And then, you know, if they just ignore it, then they won't be distracted. Like, I could have just ignored it and ran away from it. Witch Wand of the Vampire? That's a suitable name for a wand. A suitable of the thing. maybe the gods are a bunch of weirdos. Well, I mean, that's kind of par for the course for the gods in fantasy worlds, right? I mean, they're always a bunch of weirdos because they do a bunch of things that just, what's the point of it? The point is that it's the god, it can do that. It's like half the time they just do things to have them done. They don't really have, I mean, gods in those settings have plans or purposes in mind, but they're usually stuff that's just weird. Like, I don't think they explain half of, like in a fantasy world, is there a reason why there's big oceans that separate all the land masses? Like, if you're a god and you're designing the world, you could just make it so that there's some large lakes and rivers. I guess the weather patterns would be different, but if there's a bunch of gods running everything, then they could just make weather to follow any rules they want, right? They could have a vast underground ocean that's connected to the surface and only a few huge lakes, and then have pools of water that spring up out of the ground on the higher plateaus and then run across the surface in rivers. But they don't do that. They always have, like, we need a challenge area. Could be the same reason it happens in our world. I don't know what it you're referring to is, but yeah, it could be the same reason that's happening in our world. The fact that we have oceans is just because we have a lot of water around. But like I speculated before, water being ghost juice, or like was speculated before, you know, it just means that ghosts have been around a while. But I mean, it's a fantasy world. It can have literally any idea could be true. That's part of the fun of the worlds, right? That you could have any crazy idea you want could be true in some way. Ooh, wow. That seems very good. I'll use that. I wonder if that's a rare item. Iron Ember. Or like a unique one. Probably not. Oh well. I won't worry about it too much. Do I want to get rid of that? Guess I'll keep that for now. What is this? Okay, I think I'll keep that. Running into so many items that I'm not dexterous enough or healthy enough to put on. Like, why does this rawhide? It's still not rawhide. I don't know what this is, that the characters see a skull and they're like, oh, this is clearly rawhide. But why do I need so much focus to wear it? I mean, focus, like, maybe it requires you to tie it in onto your body in a really complex way, and that's the reason why it requires so much focus. And what would having needing a lot of vitality mean? Like, vitality is how resilient you are, how beefy you are, maybe. Maybe if my vitality isn't high enough, the character isn't, like, broad-shouldered enough to wear it. They don't have the right physical build. Like, the strength makes sense, like, it's heavy, right? Like, these are heavy boots, and that's why it requires more strength to wear it. But like the focus, the vitality, Like if it was a spinning plate on a stick, then I could see that taking a lot of focus, but not not just this is some boots. What even is that? Let's see, Furious Scribbles. Is the ocean salty because more ghosts were salty? Well, the ocean's salty because salt is in the land and it washes from land into the ocean over time. And so, you know, yeah. And as for the characters not knowing what rawhide is, yeah, well, I mean, I barely know what rawhide is myself, so like I guess it's not that bad to be super critical of these people not knowing it, but I mean, if I lived in a world with leather armor and monsters everywhere, I'd probably know what that stuff is. Oh, I got a golden key. I guess I'll go get the golden chest, even though I don't know. I'll also have my pet go back to town because I might run out of inventory space. But yeah, like if I had to constantly know what armor, you know, if my life was armor and weapons and monsters, like I'd probably know what the different materials are. You know, I mean, it's not just for the purposes of staying alive day to day, but it'd be like a common experience kind of thing. Like you'd know what the materials are that you're working with or exposing yourself to all the time. I mean, it's like knowing the difference between concrete and asphalt. Like, I encounter both of those things pretty regularly every day, but, you know, if you didn't know what the difference between concrete and asphalt was, that would be kind of strange, wouldn't it? And it's not like rawhide is, something that is that similar to skull. Like, bone is pretty different than rawhide. Yeah, if you ever bought dog treats, you know what rawhide is. Well, my character probably hasn't, because, I mean, probably the treats for this guy is just all the people that he kills. Or all the monsters that he kills. Or maybe rawhide is just their name for stuff that the badger will chew on. Maybe that's what it is. Rawhide is just the name that the character has for the stuff that the badger will chew on, and the badger will chew on the shoulder armor. And the badger will also chew on the random skeletons that they attack, so bone is equal to rawhide. There it is, we figured it out. That's gotta be what it is, right? Anyway. Time to go to the Wellspring Temple to warn the Guardian of Water that the alchemist is around. Oh. Oh wow, this is just crazy nonsense. All I know is that I'm still alive. That was nice. Now I can equip all that armor that I was saving for this level. Oh, not this one, I guess. Equip that one. I can equip that one, the better belt. And that's next level. That's also next level. Okay, well, I can equip the 2 pieces of armor that I was saving for this level. What's this? AC. Maybe I'll keep that one. I want to see what augmented weapons do. I still don't know. But yes, rawhide is just stuff that my pet will chew on. And my pet will chew on most anything, so almost anything is rawhide. My character doesn't know very much, I guess. Possessed one? Okay, so the storm bears are in this wellspring temple. Is this supposed to be like... Is the wellspring temple something that those people built, or did the... I don't know. Well, I almost forgot to do my level up. Okay. 31, 31. Put in the strength. Okay. I have no idea what it is I'm doing here. Let's see. I think I want to make that, I don't know if I want to make that summon last longer. Maybe I'll slightly boost my healing from criticals. This place looks pretty nice compared to the previous places I was at. Oh man. Okay, let's see. Level 15. How's it compared to the rawhide? 5% to all damage. I think I'd prefer the 5% to all damage. Okay. Okay, go up the stairs. Etherean Shade Wisp. Okay, so there's a bunch of ghosts in this place. This place is huge. Whatever this temple is. I would have thought that I'd see more, people here, not just a bunch of ghosts. Are those ghosts, or are those kind of like a... They must be kind of like a zombie of some kind. I've been seeing those storm bear zombies for a while. They just must be a more potent type of storm bear zombie. Okay. Okay. Is that the way forward? Is this the way forward? I don't know. This area reminds me of one of the sections in the original Torchlight. Looks very similar to this. I forgot what the area was. It was the second or maybe the third area. Looked very similar in construction to this. Because the first area was a mine, and then as you go further down you find aqueducts, or, you know, a place that looks like this. And then you find like lava caverns, and then you find like bottomless pit caverns with rope bridges across them. I don't remember exactly, but one of the areas looks like this, and you know, I'm glad they sort of kept the style to look like this because it's a nice look. Certainly better than the crypts that I've been running into up to now. What? Oh, okay, it's a area puzzle thing. I don't want to be in the water cubes. I think there was a puzzle like that in the original Torchlight too. Torchlight as well, I should say. Because this is the original Torchlight too. But yeah, I think I remember one of these. It's a little mini map that shows the layout of the region. There's the first room I was in, the cleared path, the second room I'm in, and then a gold here, and then maybe a gold down at the bottom left. Oh, okay, I can continue to poke it. I guess that just opens up more area. So I may as well just do that. It's only one button to push. Okay, this seals me in somewhat. I don't know, maybe I have to go push the other button again. Or maybe I didn't start off with the correct arrangement. Okay, I trapped myself in here. Well, I'm gonna search through my inventory real quick. Oh, they're both the same. I thought I was seeing things. Fortified leather boots. Yes, I'll take those. Now I have shoes that are better. A maul. I'm not using two-handed weapons. Sure. I'll use these just so I can unlock the whatever the upgrade augmenting does. That would make sense that there's ghosts in the water temple, right? Oh yeah, if the water is ghost juice, then yeah. Well, I don't know, because it's not like you get once you've gotten rid of all of the wait, what? It's a different layout than before, I think. What? What's going on there? I don't know how these buttons are working, but I'm pretty sure that's a different layout than it was a moment ago. Maybe I'll do that and hit buttons in the original spot. But yeah. I do like this water cube stuff. This water cube dungeon layout thing. Okay. So now I can go here and hit this again. Okay. Wait. I can go all... Okay. I can go all the way around here. I don't even know which of these buttons I was pressing or what state I've been putting it in, really. Okay. Now I think I should be able to get to the end. There we go. Yeah, now I got the treasure. This must be the secret stash that the Guardian of Water created. I mean, I don't know at this point if I'm still trying to warn him or what's going on with it, but I think at this point if all these enemies are here that want to kill me, just when they see me right away, I think that maybe means that the Guardian of Water might be attacked already. And the alchemist moved on. Hey, where'd you come from? It's kind of weird. Just random one enemy there. Oh. I'm not good at noticing when I have unspent skill points. I guess I'll spend it. There. Now it's spent. Okay. I like how the mimics actually do have treasure inside them. Like maybe they were a regular treasure chest, but like somebody animates them to become a monster. That's how they exist. Yeah, I guess I'll save that. Wait, I'm saving for this one? No, I don't want that. Boots. I'll save for those boots. Unidentified belts. Okay, I'll save for that. Huh. 3% to all damage. I don't know, I think I'll take the Helm of Cooling. Yeah, because I don't know how much I'll be using gold this run. Let's see. Another 1% increase in gold? Oh, I think I'll get rid of this. Demolishing short sword? Okay, I'll do that. Get rid of that. Let's see what this belt says. Okay, this is actually something that would be rawhide. So this one gives 14 to fire armor. Well, I waited all that time to wear the storm bear belt, but I think I'm gonna go with the one that gives me pretty sizable mana bonus. I mean, let's see, what's my ice armor? They're gonna drop by 8. My fire armor, yeah, I guess I'll do that. I won't take a significant hit to anything, really. I don't really care how healthy my pet is. My pet is automatically healthy because it can just run around after being critically injured and recover from it, so that should be fine. Okay. Oh, these ghosts don't have anything associated with them. I guess that completely nixes the theory that ghosts need to be tied to a physical object. So I guess those other ghosts were just wearing locks to be stylish. Okay. I have no idea if I want to keep going this way or double back. General Grell. Wasn't General Grell... Oh yeah. General Grell was somebody that they mentioned. They said that the Storm Bear army had General Grell. So I guess the boss of the Storm Bear army is the boss of this area. I don't know how this person knows that without going down there. Secret room. It even has like secret rooms. Of course, the secret rooms before were not like... They weren't breaking urns, they were like finding a little trigger plate in the wall that was hidden. Or like walking through a wall area. It's been a long time since I played the original one, so I can't remember for sure, but I think you had to put more effort to find secret rooms in that one, maybe. Of course, I don't know how common it is for people to destroy every single urn. Okay. Ah. Okay. Okay, my short sword got augmented. Ah. Oh man. Yeah. My nose was itchy. Okay. Oh, this doesn't show up on the map, so it won't tell me basically when I'm... Yeah, secret rooms didn't show up on the map in the original Torchlight either. So you never had a complete sense of when you had gone everywhere in them. Oh man. It just keeps knocking me back.
You have become more experienced.
Okay. Okay, I went everywhere in this one. Do I want to heal more from critical strikes? I don't know. I really don't know what... Oh, right. If I increase that, it'll last longer. Why is this? Plus 5% to all damage. Does that mean that it boosts the damage that I deal too? Maybe it does. Okay.